Press Trust of India is one of the big news agency in India. After 1953, for most of the newspapers in India, the primary source for all important events, for all important topics, related articles, the Press Trust of India has been the chief source. The Press Trust of India has provided news articles, photographs, economic and science-related articles to newspapers. Now, PTI has also started online service. In 1990s decade, PTI, instead of teleprinters, started sending news through satellite broadcasting technique all over the country. For writing the history of modern India, this text is of great importance. Periodicals. Periodicals means on regular intervals published daily, weekly, fortnightly, annuals. Through periodicals, events that have occurred in the recent past and their analysis can be read. Some periodicals are dedicated to particular subjects, for example, agriculture, health, science, technology, etc. Diaries. Diaries written by great people throw light on their personal life and important events of their life. Books. For the study of modern Indian history, there are many contemporary books available. These books include biographies, reference books, books based on an event, etc. For example, Pupul Jaikar written Indira Gandhi's biography, Maharashtra's ex-Chief Minister Sharad Pawar's On My Terms autobiography, Ramchandra Guha written India After Gandhi depicts the post-independence India. Correspondence. Between two persons or two nations, correspondences throw light on the instant social and political conditions. Documents of the archives. The place where the historical documents are stored is known as the archive. At these places, documents, papers, letters are stored. India's National Archive is based in New Delhi, and in Asia, it is the biggest archive. Government Gazettes. Gazette means government published periodical. Through Gazette, the government publishes various topics related to official information. Governments' such district-wise gazettes are published. For example, Mumbai District Gazette, Pune District Gazette, etc. From the gazettes, we get information related to history, culture, flora and fauna of that district. Postal Stamps. Postal stamps, though don't speak by themselves, historians make them speak. During the British rule, the Indian postal stamps bore the images of the English kings and queens. After India got its independence, till date, various changes have taken place in postal stamps. Different sizes of postal stamps, newness in concepts, color combination of postal stamps tell us about the changing times. Postal Department issues stamps based on various concepts, for example, political leaders, great historical personalities, saints, flower, birds and animals, events, on completion of silver, golden or diamond jubilee, centenary, bicentenary, tricentenary stamps are issued. It is a valuable heritage of history. In 1977, the Indian government made JAL Cooper stamps famous. JAL Cooper was a world-famous philatelist. JAL Cooper was born in 1905 in Mumbai in a Parsi family. He did editing for India's Stamp Journal. He was the founder of the first Philatelic Bureau of India. In 1941, he founded the Empire of India Philatelic Society. Later, he also wrote books on this subject. He gave a scientific look to the hobby of stamp collection. He has great contribution towards taking the study of Indian philately to an international level. Starting his career as a postal stamp collector and then becoming an internationally acclaimed philatelist, to understand the contribution of Cooper, the postal stamp issued on him is an important source. Dictionary. Dictionary includes general dictionary, encyclopedias, knowledge dictionary, science dictionary, literature dictionary, etc. In dictionaries, language, literature, science-related various subjects information is compiled. Hence, dictionaries too for the study of history are an important source. Material sources. In modern Indian history sources, coins, places of worship, items of daily use, emblem, ornaments, museum, clothes, modern architecture are included. Coins. In modern days, along with coins, paper money or notes are used as currency. Through images and text on coins and notes, we get to know history. Printing of notes is done by the Reserve Bank of India. Its headquarters is in Mumbai. After India got independent, Reserve Bank of India first printed 1 rupee note. 1950s to till date coins, from the metal used, their values, the concepts used, we get to know many things. For example, in 1957, after India adopted the decimal system, Anna was replaced by Paisa. 16 Anna meant 1 rupee. Instead of this, 100 Paisa meant 1 rupee. The concepts used in coins, for example, coins which gave the message of population control, coins telling the importance of farmers and agriculture, help us to understand the contemporary issues of national importance. Places of worship. From different religions and their place of worship, we get to know the ways of worship and architecture. Items of daily use. From items of daily use, we get to know the progress made in science and technology. Baton stone has been replaced by mixer. Instead of grinding stone, grains began to be ground in automatic flour mills. Due to the advanced means of communication like the mobile and internet, the telegraph service became outdated. State emblem. India's state emblem is created based on the Ashoka pillar at Sarnath. On 26th January 1950, India adopted this emblem. This emblem is a symbol of India's sovereignty. Ornaments. Ornaments throw light on various things like the artistic skills, progress made in technique of making the ornaments, religion, culture, customs, and traditions. Museums. Museum houses various objects related to a specific topic. These objects are of different time period. In India, every state has its own museum which speaks of its unique features. For example, Mumbai's Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Museum, Reserve Bank's museum at Pune. Some museums are based on particular concepts. For example, Pune's National War Museum. Apart from the government museums, few individuals create museums where they house coins, banknotes, lamps of different shapes, nutcrackers, cricket tools. For example, Pune's Joshi Miniature Railway Museum. Dressing. Modern age dressing is influenced by various factors. For example, climate, clothes to be worn at different places, influence of foreign culture, etc. Some clothes have a history behind it. For example, during the Indian freedom movement, the use of khadi was promoted as an indigenous cloth. So many people, even after independence, continued to wear khadi. Modern architecture. Modern architecture style of buildings depict the transformation a city has gone through. To accommodate more and more people in cities, tall buildings began to be built. A planned city like Chandigarh is an example of modern Indian architecture.
In this period, we got information about Press Trust of India, means some written sources of modern Indian history, about postage stamp. Then we have information about material sources, in which we include coins and museums. Now, in our next period, we will learn about oral sources of modern history. Here one question is given to you. Give reason. There are two questions in it. You find out, the today's homework is find out the answer of these two questions and write them in your notebook.